Armored Bear Productions. Welcome to Not Safe for Wizards, an actual play 5th edition D&D podcast. Okay, so last session we had the encounter with the weretiger, in which young Grunk and young Oryon were bitten and afflicted with weretiger lycanthropy.
Afflicted or blessed?
So, you guys had stopped for taking a short rest and trying to figure out what to do because you realized, one, you were not going to make it back to the fortress by nightfall. Two, it is would probably be the first night of the full moon, and the weretiger cannot resist the urge. So you guys are all settling in, trying to figure out what to do, recovering from that combat. Oryon, as you're sitting there against the rock outcropping, kind of looking at your wound.
And licking them.
You definitely keep feeling the urge to shift shapes. And then you recall something from your days being trained by the righteous right hand of Adar. You remember when you're one of the generals, the older folk who had survived many missionary trips, was teaching, and he was talking about, how can we know who's of Vixtus and who's not? And the old man said, remember this story. When Akenna made all the beasts, and blessed Adar made all the humanoids, Vixtus thought he could outtop them both, and tried to find a way to make animals and humanoids into the same creature.
Oh no, I don't like the way this is going.
And those who shape change we call children of Vixtus.
And then I killed Gronk for his own good. While he's sleeping, I just put a pillow over him like, shh, beautiful sweet angel.
Better bless that pillow.
And then myself. And then I push a pillow onto my own face.
It doesn't really work as well.
It does not work as well.
Well, it's not a magic pillow.
Oryon's not the brightest.
Or a silver pillow.
Yeah.
This is moderately uncomfortable and now I'm sleeping.
You need me to bless that pillow for you?
Yeah, I know
turn
you'll
it into a
lay on hands on that pillow for me.
Magic weapon.
Imagine I can make it a magic weapon.
Plus
one
one
war
pillow.
pillow.
Pillow of smiting. Plus one pillow of perma-sleep.
Pillow fights were never the same again.
Sleep.
It's all well and good until someone enchants a pillow.
Vorpal pillow. Oh, his head fell.
So,
Oh, now I have to do something about this. It's not a blessing anymore.
Are you saying this out loud?
No.
Okay.
A little bit, but to himself quietly.
Grumbling to himself?
Yes. He looks not happy, sitting in the corner.
Grunk looks up at you. Master, my skin itches.
Don't itch it. Don't itch it. Don't think about it.
I can hear the call.
Grunk, we need to resist. We need to resist. Because those that change, they're fixed as babies. Don't do it.
I'm digging through my pack for rope.
I know it feels like it's going to happen any second, Meow. But for Meow, we need to wait.
Are you mocking my speech impediment?
Oh, I'm saying Meow because I'm a weird tiger.
And Super Troopers.
Also Super Troopers. But both seemed applicable.
Looking around for a good solid tree.
You
Is it
can't
tied
lynch
to the-
him. He's only a weretiger.
Not that kind of tree, I hope.
Not going to lynch him, but we need to do something. We need to tie
I
him
can't
up for
bless
his
that
own
rope,
good
though.
because he's gonna eat us.
He will try.
Is this a separate conversation going on elsewhere in this camp?
Yes.
So what are the rest of you doing?
Freaking out watching him argue with himself.
I'm arguing with Grunk.
So
Or is there no Grunk? He was in my mind.
there is a Grunk, and I'm pretty sure he's trying to figure out why he's got feathers in his mouth.
The Shyamalan twist behind all of this. I am Grunk. It's like Fight Club.
Edward Norton's a goblin?
Yes. Yes, he is.
He is Edward Norton.
I'm Edward Norton.
Which is
Brad
Hey.
Pitt's a goblin.
Pay
Also,
the man,
yes.
Pay the man his money. Okay, so what is the rest of the crew doing? Willis, Grunk, and Oryon here kind of fight back the urge to cat out.
Looking for a tree.
Look at time to the rock
Good,
outcropping.
solid, big, freaking tree.
Unfortunately, you're kind of on the downward coastal plainy area, so there's like some rock outcroppings and some little scraggly crab. But like, this is not the forested side of the island.
Right, Shabari, it is.
Do you need more rope for that?
I might.
I'm not sure if this constitutes as choosing
Lotus
life
just
per se.
kind
Oryon?
of hands you his rope tentatively, like, here?
I'll give it back, I promise.
I
Okay.
just want you to know I'm choosing life.
Oh no.
Did you just crit him?
You trying to knock him out?
No.
While we're all debating this,
12.
Chase just goes, "Kabam!"
Right?
No, but I did roll a 17, and I would like to just pistol whip him on the back of the head in an attempt to knock him out.
Fortunately, he doesn't take any damage, so
Oh, I'm too far already.
yeah, no.
Oh, if I guess from the point of,
Yeah.
right? I already
Yeah,
stopped taking
once you-
physical
yeah.
damage.
Oh.
Ow!
You don't look like that actually hurt.
I mean, it didn't, but I like you. And I wanted you to feel like it
You
hurt.
hurt his feelings.
We need to tie you guys up. Are you going to let us tie you up so that you don't turn into the thing that just tried to kill all of us?
Well, would he try to kill all of us if he turned?
Quite possibly.
Yes.
Okay.
Chase, I understand you're trying to do the right thing. However, I really believe that through Edar, Grunk, and I, through prayer, we'll have the self-control to be fine.
Grunk is already trying to lick his own balls.
Yeah, but
By
that's-
the way,
that's nothing new. You know, the sad thing is, because I was debating whether I should bless the rope or.
Hey, how
you
long
want to
does...
take a check for that?
Hey,
Deception.
Yeah.
Joe, I just have a quick question for you, actually. How long does Magic Weapon last?
An hour.
Is that what, an hour?
How long
That's
has it
what it
been
says on the
since...
card.
How long has it been since the combat ended?
Not that long.
Well, if you guys went through a short rest, that was an hour.
Oh, I thought a short rest was like 20 minutes.
No, that was last edition.
Oh,
And you're 17.
the future is now.
His armor class is 20.
I'm just gonna walk up to Oryon. Hi!
Hi.
Hold this. And I hand him the end of the rope and then start walking around him in circles. Pick up his legs.
Grunk, stop licking yourself and come stand here.
Master, is this something I should do?
No. It's okay. Because if anybody can control themselves, Grunk, it's you. We need to protect the group. Everything's going to be fine. Everything's fine. I don't even feel like I'm having any kind of issues here.
I mean...
Hey, Grunk, hold this.
Guys, can I just...
It's a good thing I'm little, so you don't need so much rope.
I mean,
Can I just point out that you are both acting more and more feline as the minutes go by?
Yeah, I'm starting to get mildly.
And you don't seem to...
I mean, I was bitten. But
You just-
do we really know that I've contracted?
You just
Yes.
hissed at me.
Are you standing or sitting?
I'm standing if you were walking around me in a circle with rope.
Okay. Can I strength check to pull the rope and knock him over?
Oh no, not again.
Yeah.
We already know she's stronger than me.
No, you got a 17 now, remember? So that's a +3.
My strength is actually not that.
Forgot about that.
That ridiculous.
16.
19.
Holy shit! Her knowledge of leverage and...
She may have had some help from
The good
Lotus.
news is I landed on my feet.
No, you didn't.
No, you still land on your ass.
Oh.
No, I'm wrapping his legs.
I thought you were wrapping his arms now.
Arms above the head.
What? Really? This is an overreaction.
It's fine, Oryon.
Grunk and I are
It's gonna be
fine.
Grunk, come here and put your hands here.
He's holding the rope that she'd wrapped around.
I hand it to you.
I lead him over. I start looping the rope through what she's tying.
I know you're trying to be safe, but what happens if we get attacked in the night?
We'll protect you. As will Adar. Do you really think that Adar would let you be attacked while you were tied up in the woods, surrounded by your friends?
I think that it's
Now
a
that
test
he's a
of
child
all of
of
us.
viscous, maybe.
I take
Do
first
you
watch.
know that, though?
It's our faith being tested.
And we're helping.
Not.
Don't worry, we won't let anything happen to you unless
Don't
we
you-
start to lose.
Don't you remember last month we were in that inn and several of us were incredibly wasted, and I got you to try that wine, and halfway through the night you told me that I was a chosen of Adar?
You are the chosen.
Exactly.
Which is why you should know that you're safe.
Which is why you should know that we are helping with the testing.
You sound like you were going to say something. I was just...
The Grunk that makes sense to me, boss. If he is the chosen of Adar, I didn't even know that. It's so good to know, Chase.
He has a destiny. This isn't it.
This is
This
Tying
might
path,
be part of
tying
it.
us up is not it?
No.
this
not
is the path to it, though.
I'm sure this is not it. I would know if this was it.
Would
All
you,
roads
though?
lead to
I
it.
would.
Are you
If
claiming
you're being
to know?
tested, you can't necessarily know when you're being tested.
Are you claiming to know everything that Edar has planned?
I have a very direct line of communication.
You get all your
Do
spells back
you,
with a
though?
short rest.
What?
Do you get all your spells back with a short rest?
No, it's long rest.
Long rest for clerics.
Oh, well.
I mean, what do you mean all of? There's only one spell in D&D. It's Cure Wounds.
No, it's weighty chest.
Well, you're concerned it's magic weapon. And
I picked them all.
First edition, weighty chest. It could kill anything. Well, anything that breathed.
Chase.
Yeah.
So, did tying him up and stuff, but like he's still got weapons on him, and I'm a little. Scared
I'm not
to
worried about the
take
weapons.
You're okay with the weapons? Because I'm gonna take the weapons.
The thing that we're worried about happening isn't going to need the weapons.
Okay. Okay.
Oh! I feel it! Here it comes!
Breathe! It's like giving birth.
Oh!
He's talking about gas.
Wait! Oh. Good news. It happened, and I resisted it. And I'm better. And I can be untied now.
And you're furry.
You know what? I am thrilled to hear that. We will get right on untying you in the morning. Make them tighter.
Lotus is helping.
Grunk's just sort of...
Anybody got a pot? I need to melt some silver.
A pot or just pot? Asking for a friend.
Would pot be like catnip to them, though?
Ooh.
I think catnip is like catnip to them.
True, but will we
Get
have
some
two?
silver and dip one of my spikes in it so I can set it in his ear just in case.
That's a little bit much, man.
Yeah, no,
That's a
we don't-
little bit
we
much.
We don't need that right now. It's
These
good for a backup.
are our
But
friends
yes,
still.
we're trying to keep
I know.
him
We should
alive.
make them comfortable.
But by the way, I'm
Okay,
just
I'm
going
gonna
to
sit
keep
on
rubbing
his
my
chest.
arm in his mouth.
No.
No, if we're worried about them, nobody
Tie her
else
up,
gets to
too!
get bitten.
Look, I have to level a playing field in the religious war, so.
That is really awkward foreplay. Stop it.
You hear a kind of a whimper and then like a scream from Grunk as he begins, and he's changing.
Hey, do us a favor. Gag him.
Grunk, resist!
Wish this silver would melt faster.
I take.
Helps if you have
I know how to do
fire.
this. I take
But
a
Grunk,
rope,
if you
tie a
can't
couple
resist,
of
I'm
knots-
timing!
Fire if we had a
Tie a
silver
couple of
verse?
knots in the middle of the rope, shove the knots in his mouth,
Did we?
tie him
I
behind his
don't
head.
know.
What?
You know,
I don't know
Then should we
anything.
do it to Oryon then?
not yet, but maybe.
You see a couple times he kind of goes to that
good it's gonna
hybrid
come from this.
humanoid form, and you see a couple times he does try to burst against it, but for whatever reason he's just he can't break the bonds on him.
It's okay.
He's a wee
it's
fellow.
Okay. You're gonna be okay.
You hear snarling and sorry.
No, it's okay.
We're not killing Grunk. This isn't his fault.
No, Grunk's a good boy.
Master change.
No!
It'll hurt less.
Grunk, untie me, I can help you!
I can't break free.
Calm down.
Oryon, it'll be okay in the morning. Try to get some sleep.
So you will change. The question is, kitty cat or hybrid? I'm gonna say you're in your armor. Going to kitty cat might be a little weird.
It's a tiger, right? We're not talking
Yeah,
about
you're a tiger.
cat-sized cat.
Yeah, no, you're a tiger.
That's big.
Yeah. I mean, you're still
Is
gonna
it smaller
be,
than my armor, though?
No, you're still medium. That you'll still be a medium-sized creature. You're just on the
Different
upper
configuration.
end of medium. But if you be turned into a tiger, yeah, the armor is going to be all sorts of fucked up on you. If you go the hybrid,
Once
It'll
I
be-
shift to one or the other, am I stuck in that form for the rest of the
no,
night?
you can shift, but you have to shift into
Look, he's planning
either the
Oh, no
cat
shit,
or,
I would be too.
or hybrid.
Wow, absolutely.
No, that was me. You guys
Every
would be
time
fucked.
he shifts,
Obviously, we should kill him
I
before he
am
changes.
watching him
Not
tying
doing
in
that.
ropes.
This is fun.
Why are we?
Look, I want to get bit, so.
I shift full tiger.
Okay. So now you have a tiger in kind of messing up Oryon's armor.
I shift full tiger in the hopes that my shape is different enough to slip out of armor and ropes.
As he shifts, I'm already calling for
Okay,
chasing.
but you need to have
Yeah.
rolls. Either athletics or acrobatics to try to get out of. Remember, your strength is now a 17.
Yes. Thank you. I'm gonna take athletics on that.
I can't. I only have one second little cell spot.
Well, you might want to set him on fire.
10.
Fire.
All right.
Just a little.
Give me a sleight of hand, I guess, for your knots.
7.
Fortunately, he's able, and as he goes tiger,
Does he
he's
completely pull them?
yes.
I have to kill him.
He found the lynch rope. That came out wrong.
Did it though?
Chase, 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 chase,
At
chase,
this
chase.
point, your mentality, you hold on, let me explain. You have a vagueness of your humanoid recollection, but at this point, there's a more animal approach to you, and the most urgent is to get out.
That's what I was thinking was fleeing.
First is to try to shake off the crap that's on you because
Right.
so you'll
Right.
Yeah.
I figured my next turn was going to be to take a full
Yeah.
exit.
Well, you
Or at least put some distance.
Yeah. Yeah.
If I remember correctly, there's also a saving throw that needs to happen for his alignment.
Yes. Give me.
Oh, right, because I'm good and I go to neutral, right?
Right.
If
Like,
you fail.
Yeah, give me a con save.
Did his con go up with this?
No.
God, I hope his con went up with this.
$11.
Nope. Your con changed. You are now neutral. While you're shifted, you are neutral.
Okay.
Cursed. If the character embraces the curses, or alignment becomes the one defined. But for lycanthropy, the inferior side, that changes. So, yeah. For the moment, you
Embrace neutrality.
you're embracing, but it's more of your like, it's your the beast mind is more, and it's telling you get this stuff off of you and get out of here.
Do animal stuff.
Yeah.
I can do that.
Okay. What is everybody else doing as he's?
Do you need initiative or?
Well, let's just go around.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure out how to stop him.
Okay.
Or at least stop him from fleeing, because I figure out I can't stop him from shaking off the armor. Are we gonna play Tiger Rodeo?
All right. So you're trying to come up with a plan. Chase, what are you doing?
I'm getting the fuck away from him.
Okay.
I'm going to put one of these two between me and him because they can actually damage these things, and I can't.
That's a good point.
What is Lilith doing?
I'm backing up with Chase. Because I ain't trying to stop him. Because he's a tiger.
I do want to put some distance between me and the group, but also it occurs to me too, again from an animal perspective, that he will try to scoop up Grunk by the ropes and pull him away like a kitten. I am protecting my young.
Okay.
Aww.
So if you do that, if you pull Grunk by his ropes, you're going to be moving at half speed.
Instinct.
Okay.
How much of an action would it take? And this will probably take a full action. Maybe as I'm running towards him,
Wish I would've known that.
I have a bell
Mm-hmm.
and I have a blow dart.
Tag and release.
Exactly.
You have a bell and a blow dart.
Mm-hmm. I want to try to tie that bell, it's a little bell, to the blow dart and see if I can hit him hard enough to make it stick so we can fucking find him.
I don't think a blow dart
Isn't going to happen?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it bounce off because he's immune to non-magical weapons.
There's that too.
Okay, well that's not going to work.
How much distance is between him and Grunk?
Well, they were next to each other when you guys were tying them
We
up?
were tying them
Never
to each
mind.
other.
I was hoping there was distance I could, burning hand in between them and scare him away from dragging the other one off.
I could try a frostbite them.
No, I don't want to hurt him.
What kind of ground are we on?
You're on grass. You're on a grass plain that has rocky outcroppings.
So the ground isn't hard in any way. So that's
Put
not
Pete
gonna
your
help.
figs on the
really.
table.
Yeah, there's
It's on a slight slope because it's kind of the space between the manor and the fishing village, which is where you guys were headed before
okay.
the weretiger attack.
Honestly, there's not a whole lot I can do other than try to follow him
We'll be doing that.
because
No, we can try to follow at a steep distance.
right.
I'm
That's
fine with that.
what I'm thinking is just follow him and make sure he
Really?
stays out of trouble
Yeah,
What
because
time is it?
I can't stop him.
it's
you
like
know?
just after nightfall.
And we don't know what kind of trouble he's going to get in, but we're on a freaking island. He can't go too far.
Yeah.
I don't like getting wet.
There you go.
Tigers actually like water.
Yeah.
But they're not going to swim the whole ocean
They're
either.
like jaguars.
So yeah, just kind of follow him at a...
Might find a nice young kid with a boat.
I'm sure there's some kind of symbolic metaphor.
What the fuck just happened?
It's all metaphorical.
Everything we do is all metaphor.
Yeah, so track him.
Okay, as you start pulling, Grunk bursts the ropes and looks at you and starts to go the other way.
Oh god, they're totally gonna fight.
Oh, Jesus.
We suck.
No, this is great.
And like,
Did he shift to hybrid? Is that what
yeah,
happened?
he's hybrid.
Is that hybrid?
He actually comes back over and like sits down next to the rock.
Oh shit, he passed his
He
save.
passed his save! Aww!
And holds out his.
Aww!
Okay, good Grunk.
Good boy! I'm gonna go just tie his hands and give him some water.
As you start tying, he's resist. You can see he's like fighting not to growl at you, and
It's okay, baby, it's okay.
I'm glad I didn't set him on fire by accident.
I'm glad you didn't.
I
set
was
him on
going to
fire
take
on
him by the
purpose.
scruff of the neck and just pull him away,
Trying to.
but
I just wanted to keep them apart.
I will bound away.
Please aim at the grass.
okay.
Bide my time for now to save my child later.
This is
As you're bounding off, you do catch some interesting smells, and you know that shifting does.
I go up the hill so that my silhouette is in moonlight and go. Meow. It's less impressive with a tiger. No how.
See, now I can't follow him because I have to look after Grunk.
I could look after Grunk.
See, I'll look after him. Grunk,
What's your
'cause
tracking like?
I'm not following a weretiger.
Tracking is survival.
Survival.
Why not?
Looking for high grass.
Survival.
Because it could swing
High
back
grass.
around on us, and then we have to
Plus
fight
4
a
plus
weretiger.
4.
Yeah.
You're actually better than me, I think. Yeah, I'm a +2.
Oh wow.
So you're probably better
Going
to
into
track.
stalking/hunting mode.
Well, the rank smell of the hobgoblin camp, but there is also the smell of wargs. But
what is the closest genus for a warg? Is it more dogs or cats?
wargs are closer to wolves than
So dogs.
yeah, but they're not. They're not quite.
I know they're not, yeah, but I just wasn't sure
Yeah,
which side they were a little closer to.
sort of the hyena question.
That's kind of what I thought, yeah.
Cats in case of hyenas.
Who's tracking it?
Survival.
That's +5.
That's
I'm not
sad.
chasing him into the dark.
I'm going to try to make my way back there and keep to the shadows and just pick off like one hobgoblin and drag him back into the high grass.
Did you agree to track him or no?
I'll track him.
I know I can't just leap into the camp. That's not going to work. But I'm going to pick one off and pull him away. One that's off to the edge of camp.
It's not like they have magic weapons to hurt you. You could just eat them all.
Well, it's not about eating.
He's gonna fuck it.
I'm not there to eat them.
You're there to choose life.
Maybe the wargs.
Um,
Oh lord.
Mord's
It's like life, but better.
You realize
I've now
you
decided.
want to go kill him, right?
Mord's looking at you, Lilith. Boss.
Circle the wagons.
We.
Bring everybody in, so build fires.
All right. starts, gathering what little bits of crap he can to start a fire. Not the best area for fire.
Can I use
We have all this.
prestidigitation?
We have all this dry grass.
What?
Can I help him by using prestidigitation?
Are you going to do that, or are you tracking?
Ah, shit. I guess I'm tracking because
Okay.
that's slightly more important.
Yeah. So, give me a stealth check.
Oh, stealth, my best.
When did we get wards?
We've always had words.
The goblins had wards. They had 2 or 3.
I didn't know
And
that.
you didn't want me to bring the goblins along, so they're all by their lonesome selves now.
Oh, Jesus.
No, because I sent Morg to get them and bring them so we can circle up.
Oh, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
For him? Oh, 'cause
Oh,
he
then I'll
was-
just start with
circle
him.
up, bring them
Oh,
all.
he was because you said about the fire, and he's like started to go over and start building fires.
Okay, so
Right.
we're out in the woods. We're out in the out.
Yeah.
The plains.
We're not near the house.
No,
We're like halfway in between the house and the village.
So
So
where are the
you're
hobgoblins?
telling
they're outside the house.
Oh, well then I guess I couldn't have told Morg that. I thought we had brought them
Mord
with us.
had
That's what I
come
was
with
He came
asking.
with you.
Mord came with
The
you.
rest
Oh,
said
well
not.
then
the
no.
rest
Then
of
I'm like
them.
sending no.
You guys
Morg's with
insisted
us.
that we not bring them.
well, shit. Did anybody go with the real
Lois.
kitty cat over here to track?
I did not because I can't track. And also,
Oh no,
I'm
I'm not
fine
following
leaving him
Tiger.
on his own for a bit. He's got some shit he's got to work out. And honestly, I'm kind of thinking about replacing him with Grunk. Grunk can make a saving throw. Just saying.
He
Can't argue. I mean, it's fine. Grunk knows he's got more than one spell, too.
Grunk doesn't have any spells because
Right, he knows how many spells he has, which is 0.
Which reminded me I needed to level Grunk up at some point because he's gone through a lot of crap that a first level paladin.
Oh, jeez.
He should be a second level paladin by now.
I mean, he might be outpacing us at this rate.
Okay.
That
He's
might
a
be
very, very
Hey,
good
Grunk,
boy.
could you bite me?
No.
No.
I'm just saying someone should be able to
No.
fight him.
The temptation is real.
So, what did you roll for your stealth?
9.
9. So give me a
Never.
survival check.
I crit failed that, so
Goodbye! I'm a leaf on the wind.
So that's for. Give me a perception.
That was unexpected.
okay. Perception is definitely better. 17.
Okay, so he does get a bit ahead of you, but eventually you're able to kind of pick him out again.
Okay, so I lost him for a bit, but I got him back.
Yeah, so he's making his way towards the towards where the where your hobgoblin and goblin friends were camping outside the manor.
Am I still within message range of...
What's message range?
Well, see, that's the thing, is that's the one card I don't have, so I have to look at my sheet.
That's a
By the way. I'll wait till you're done.
Message.
First one, then the other.
completely different things.
Range is 120 feet.
Okay. So is he 120 feet away from them?
From you, or from the camp?
He's miles from the camp.
Yeah,
No,
you-
I meant from everyone else. From the rest of the party. Am I 120 feet away from the party?
You're
yet?
more than that.
Okay, then.
Yeah, you're more than that.
And I don't have any more. Fuck.
Do you have anything you can send up as a flare?
No. But I also don't have any more spell points to try to send it back.
Did you take a long rest? You took a long rest.
No,
You
we
should
took
get
a short
some
rest.
of that. Or no, you took a short rest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So you don't get that much back.
I don't get sorcery points back.
Like, you know, when I really like fostering when I was sitting on that throne meeting.
That being Grunk. You were kind of Grunk.
The next in
yeah.
line.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm like a hawk.
Okay.
So, like, I'm trying to. Come over here. Maybe we can sit chat. Let's have a talk. I'm back and I need to talk to you.
Give me deception with disadvantage.
Okay.
Because you
It's 2 dice in the lower, right?
right, because you're in hybrid form.
It sounds funny.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
going to be
I figured as much. Deception. Okay. 11 or 10. 10.
the inventor of boobs.
I thought that was Morg, no?
No, Mord's.
Oh.
Mord's just, one of the chief rule consultants.
He's just a boobs enthusiast.
The inventor of boobs was Chase.
That's right.
The inventor of boobs is
Okay,
God.
the original
is Edar.
the original
Original boob
artist.
drawing?
Yes, original boob artist. Is the one you get, but he looks over and, well, that don't sound right. Hey guys, there's something out here. And at that point, you hear the warg start snarling and patting over.
I shift and full and
Full tiger run.
head back for the
Okay.
for the relative safety of not there.
Okay. Give me another survival check.
Okay, that is definitely better. 19.
So you track back to the camp, and as you are, you see the tiger, like you say, leonine form. There's not a Tigerian.
Kitty cat. Kittian.
You
Feline.
count at 800 pound.
Still a kitty. Kitty's a kitty.
Full feline.
Yeah, you see the tiger form go darting away from the camp.
Okay.
Um,
Lotus is on an adventure.
I would generally like my general darting direction to be towards the manor.
Oh shit.
you would have to go through the camp to get.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because they were up against the back doors of the. Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay, I forgot about the layout of things.
Yeah. So they're at the back doors. There's, so you guys are like, here's the manor, here's the camp, and then you guys are like over here going toward the fishing village. But there's still, the whole
Yeah,
around.
I'm going to start working my way around and
Okay.
generally searching for a way to get into the manor. I remember from the description that may be limited, but I'm looking to at least try to get some kind of high ground.
You should try to go in the front door.
Yeah.
Did we leave it open?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I can hybrid anyway. Whatever, I got hands.
Yes, go through the front door.
You're an asshole. It took me a minute to remember what was in the front
Why
door.
have you? Yes.
What's in the front door?
You're the worst.
Dare you?
I was kind of waiting for it to catch up.
We've
I
got
think you guys would come back though and find like everything broken because it's not magical.
It's not?
Is it not magical
not-
by nature?
They're
Being
magically
animated
animated, but they're
But it's
not
not-
magically.
They
they're
don't
not
do magical damage.
Yeah,
Oh.
they're not magical weapons.
I'm just knocking shit off the shelves.
Totally gravity checks everywhere.
Fucking cat.
Pouncing on the suits of animated armor.
Trust me, I was
Spraying
tempted to try to
everything.
press the digitation.
This is mine now.
Oh, the front room just reeks. We don't have enough vinegar to clean all this. And it still doesn't quite get all the smell out.
Trust me, if I had dancing lights, I would have tried to distract him with them.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Guess what cantrip I'm taking next time?
Hell yeah.
If he's still a weretiger by then.
I got the thing! Where did it go? Oh, there it is! I got it! Where did it go? You know what's funny is the reason it even dawned on me to try to grab Grunk and run away with Grunk is I was thinking, is there anything in the camp that would keep me there? And then I was like, oh, there's all this rope. Oh, Grunk is inside the rope! I'll just take the rope, meaning Grunk. String. Grunk is a ball of string.
Oh God.
Grunk pursed the string.
Well, at the time when I was thinking this through.
No.
Thank goodness.
And then Grunk rolled really well on his saving throw.
As always, he is rolling really well a lot.
So, you circle around the house, and that slight humanoid remembrance of the front door, like,
Yeah, maybe not a good idea. I look for some other way to get in there and get up into something high.
You give me an athletics check to try to, climb the side of the house or something.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, you have busted your strength now.
Is Lotus getting a show as well as an adventure?
Watching him
As-
try to
as-
climb.
As you,
14.
yeah, you easily you start digging claws in and pulling yourself up the side of the house.
Fuck.
As you come up, the hobgoblins and goblins are like,
Oh, they're on full alert. They're just gonna stab you.
they stop and they look, and you recognize the drawer of boobs. Were you just calling me in the?
No, we kind of have a situation with Oryon. We're dealing with it. I'm keeping track of the situation right now.
Perhaps
Ooh.
you should warn
Just
them.
head back to
I'm
your
not
camp and don't let anyone outside of your camp
Okay.
right now.
Stay together.
Does that include you?
No, I need to head out to follow Oryon. Basically, we ran into a weretiger and there's a situation with that right now. Just go back to the camp. We're dealing with it.
Okay.
Okay. Don't let anyone outside of the camp. No stragglers.
Okay. All right.
Get up a rousing game of boobs. Several games. Tournament.
I think Chase took all our cards. But they go about and you hear them speak.
That's why he keeps insisting on double watch in the middle of the night.
You hear them speaking in Goblin to the wargs, and the wargs kind of go off to kind of sit at the outsides of the camp to kind of
Okay.
have watch.
I just don't want them panicking.
So you basically have made it up to the roof of the manor. It's creaking under your
Significant weight.
yeah. But it's holding. But it definitely
Is the whole roof wooden? In my mind, I was thinking that it was worked stone, at least the walls. So I was figuring that
the walls are worked.
the stone would come up to at least the edge of the top.
Yeah, there are crenolines on the top, and then
Yeah.
the rest is
Right.
wood.
Yeah. At this
And
point.
it's got a pitch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. At this point, I want to try to keep to the shadows, and I'm just watching and
All right,
stalking.
just give me a
hunting.
stealth check. What'd you roll there, buddy?
Victory.
2 total.
I got victory in stealth. I fell off the roof.
No.
Can I roll to see if I can hear the creaking?
Oh, just give me 1 second.
Alright.
Word. Okay, the character gains a lycanthrope. Character gains a lycanthrope speed and non-human form, damage immunities, traits, and actions that don't involve equipment. The character is proficient with lycanthrope's natural attacks, such as line claws, which deal damage. The character can't speak while in animal form. Alright, so I was seeing if you might have gotten the proficiency in stealth that the weretiger seems to have, but you don't. Yeah. So, you can give me a perception check.
Okay, that is...
Is it better than a 2?
It's a 19 on the die. So
Yeah,
yes.
You're fine.
you easily like spot him, hear him.
You are not a quiet kitty. I'm not coming up there after you. No.
Pigeon on the.
Not a cat. Just a bird. Ignore me.
Where pigeon?
Not anything you're interested in.
Oryon, you're as bad at lying right now as you are normally. You have not gotten any better at lying.
So clearly she's looking right at me, so I continue to stare at her.
Yeah.
As long as she's looking at me. I don't move, just stare. At the
You have to
moment,
close your eyes.
I wait until she's not looking, and I leap down and away. And try to
Lotus
find a way
will keep-
into the keep.
Lotus will keep looking at
You
you
try to do what?
until
Trying to
Lotus
find a
has
way
to
inside the
blink.
keep.
You know there's only
Yeah, you know
two
this
ways
game.
in. The front door
door,
and the
is
back
it?
door. That was it. Yeah, no, this place.
I was hoping maybe on the roof because we hadn't really been
Ah.
up on the roof.
No.
Staring contest, I see.
No, the roof you notice had what looked like there were a couple of spots on the top where were ballista emplacements, but they had the weather and whatnot has really kind of
Not done them well.
yeah no. You watch as he starts batting around.
Not the emplacements off the roof.
Yeah, so a ballista, broken pieces of ballista come falling off the roof.
Fuck this thing. That's probably why you heard me up there. I was distracted and had to knock things off the roof.
I'm just kind of watching him do this, like, yes, I know this game as well. I'm an older brother, dude.
Ooh, do they speak the same language?
No, see, right now he's unless he speaks actual cat language. No, because
The Tabaxi have their own language.
because Oryon is in beast mode,
Yeah.
which doesn't mean what it does. And
Oh.
Nowhere near as much fun.
yeah,
Swole.
well, you are.
I am.
I mean, I speak wind. No, legit, I speak.
No comment.
I speak water, fire, air, earth.
Oh, that's awesome. Like,
So does-
the elements of languages.
So does
Yeah.
Chase.
I know.
It's so cool, though.
So they have conversations in water.
I want to learn.
Just sounds like they're drowning.
Racist.
I know.
That's our word. You don't get to say.
You could be cooler and just talk to fish.
In the
The
tales that
water
are
does
written after this, Chase's character is just referred to as Jim. I mean Chase.
I could try falling cloud.
What could you try to do?
Nothing, I'm just trying to think of things to distract Oryon. Because if he's getting distracted knocking ballistas off, maybe he'd get distracted getting lost in a fog cloud.
Oh no! Definitely give me a fog cloud. Put it right by the camp.
No,
I'll definitely come to investigate it.
no.
All right. What is the rest of the camp doing?
I am keeping watch over Grunk.
Grunk seems, for the most part, he just sort of like every so often he'll like his hands will spasm out and he'll kind of, and then he rocks a little and he kind of then like leans against the rock and just kind of. And you listen, and he's repeating one of the prayers of Adar that Oryon has taught him.
Aww,
That's my boy.
that's so sweet.
I'm gonna rub my arm in rations and stick it in Grunk's mouth.
Stop doing that.
Looking at the big picture here.
Terrible.
Chase, what are you doing?
Trying to figure out where I went wrong with my life and if maybe I should just get back on the road and call this job a wash.
I think finding a road through the ocean
I think me and
would
Chase
be
have found
hard.
something to discuss.
I hear there's a boat over on the western shore.
And there's only one goblin guarding it.
And bollywogs.
Can knock him out in 20 seconds, I'm sure.
And I'm not scared of bollywogs.
No, I mean... Honestly, I
Yes.
think that we should set up a watch
Yes.
and some of us at least get some sleep. He'll
Yeah.
be off looking for weaker prey than us, and we'll find him in the morning.
Yeah, that's my thoughts. That's why I didn't go chasing after him.
Alright, so you folks,
First
Lotus,
watch.
what are you doing?
I'm basically just trying to keep watch over him to make sure he doesn't get into.
You do realize, though, if you do not rest, you will not get back your spells, and you may take exhaustion. So
Is he gonna be up all night?
No kidding.
he's right now. He's kind of held by the lycanthropy.
He's
so
up all night to get lucky.
So we can always
Well-
let her sleep the next, or let him sleep the next day.
Well, no. His shift, though, like it doesn't. It's magic curse.
No. I mean, Lotus. If
Right.
Lotus is up all night with,
He's not going to sleep. He's not going to need to sleep tomorrow.
No, I'm saying if Lotus is up all night with Oryon, and Lotus is going to take a point of exhaustion for being up all night, we can let Lotus sleep during the day tomorrow.
Right, but then what? If Lotus is sleeping, then you can't go to the village. So Lotus is going to have to sleep for 8 hours.
I'm just saying it's Lotus's choice.
Well, see, my thing is, I've warned the goblin camp, and I'm just worried about him going off and getting into shit that.
You know though that short of silvered weapons or magical things,
He can't take damage.
nothing is really going to hurt him.
Perhaps
So
we
I'm-
should tell the goblin camp to start melting silver and dipping their weapons.
So I'm also considering whether or not I should take a rest in the magical guard foyer, because I saw that he avoided going in there right now.
That's a good point. You have the alarm system if anybody does try to go in there.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure I would hear magical moving armor and swords.
Yes, you definitely would hear.
If I went to sleep in there. So I might try.
Or you can just say fuck it and go back to camp.
Sorry.
I'm seriously considering this because it's just. The closest thing to hunt would be the hobgoblins, and they have the frogs to protect them.
Okay.
Good point.
All right. So you all are making camp around your camp with Grunk resisting, but settled in.
I saw that.
And having allowed us to tie him back up.
Yeah, he allowed you to tie him back up. He's, he when offered water, he'll take some water. When offered food, he'll, eat ration or whatever.
Don't bite my arm.
No.
So Lotus, what are you?
Can I try to roll a check to see if maybe I can try to guess whether Oryon would run off in the middle of the night off of the roof?
Is there an intuition check?
Well, there's insight, but
Well, would it be animal handling because he's following?
animal handling is your ability to
Okay.
control or direct animals. This is insight or insight at best.
Nature.
No, it's still reading you. It's your.
It's true. Makes sense.
Because I'm.
Maya?
I don't want to take that penalty for exhaustion, nor do I want to hold up the group from having to go deal with the village. But at the same time, can we deal with the village with Oryon doing this shit?
You won't be doing it in daylight.
Yeah, he
In the
won't be doing
morning,
it
he'll be
daylight.
fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when it heads to night, in the...
We'll deal with the next day the next day. If you want to come back to camp, come back to camp. Now, the goblins have been warned.
You see how much we care. We didn't even bother chasing him.
True.
And that's literally your name. Couldn't be bothered.
Next time I see you, I'm going to shoot you.
I think...
He's gonna try to shoot you in the eyes.
How late is it,
Not
Joe?
sure if that's in game. Life.
It's several hours after sundown.
So I might just spend the night in the front room of the keep.
Okay.
Like, I might just spend the night there
Okay.
and then make my way back to camp in the morning.
All right, and you still have your patch, so
Yeah. By this point, Lotus has just sewn it onto his coat of many, many other patches.
all right.
Okay, and for our night, I'll take first watch, Jade takes second, Lola takes third. That way you still get enough sleep to actually recharge your spells.
Oh, okay.
Don't get broken up in the middle.
So evening at camp goes by uneventful, although from every so often you hear low chuffing or other tiger-esque noise coming from Grunk as he momentarily has these urges, but he's keeping them under control. And then after those moments, then you hear him start the recitation of the prayers. Lotus, you enter the foyer of the house. The 3 swords and 2 suits of armor don't react, of course, because you have your patch on.
Yeah.
Do you want to? It's one of those situations where there's a put the bar down if you want.
I do.
Okay.
Mostly because Oryon couldn't come in anyway in the morning because he's naked. That's something else I was kind of worried about.
Gonna be naked.
Being naked stops anybody from doing anything.
So, Oryon, you watch
Stop
as
cooking bacon.
True.
Doesn't stop a
Behave
real man.
yourself, Oryon.
It's a real man wears an
Behave.
apron. So you watch as Lotus goes into the house. What are you gonna do?
Bide my time a little bit. Give it a little time. Wait for things to be settled and calm.
Give me a.
Hi. Hiya.
Give me another Constitution check. Constitution saving throw, I should say. For whatever reason, your urge to hunt is overwhelming your
Better instincts.
yeah. You really want to go hunt down something. And now even the smell of the wargs is kind of
Delicious.
tempting. Definitely getting your attention. Part of you's like, you don't want to eat the hobgoblins, but the warg, you might. It's an animal. Like there's a battle in your brain over eating humanoids versus eating other animals, monstrosities, whatever.
I'm still up top, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So I just sort of circle the roof along the stones as best I can. Looking down at the camp to get the whole
So there's
layout of everything.
there's the tents all around. There's the central cook fire, and then there's one more outside where the Albert's tent that's now your tent. There's like one kind of leading, one that's like on the southern side of the camp, like the way going down, and there's one that's sort of on the eastern side. None are patrolling up near the house because the fortress.
Right.
So
Is the southern side one sort of the most isolated? That's the one where if you continue going that way, it would go towards where the group
right,
is,
but to get to it, you'd have to go through the camp to get to him.
But the way things are positioned, is there a way to leap off of the side of the keep and make a wide arc around?
Either way, you're going to make a wide arc around. There's a chance that one of the wargs on either.
Or one of the sides.
Yeah.
Oh, then I'll go for one of the ones on the side.
Okay.
Okay. I just need a better picture of it all. Okay. Flip a coin, east, west, whatever.
All right.
Whichever one looks the weakest, and
They're all about the same strength, but to you, they're not going to be a challenge because they really can't hurt you.
right. But still, just instinctively, I feel like I would go for the weak,
Yeah.
the slow gazelle.
Yeah. Yeah. Your first strike on the warg that you pick,
Bounce.
I'm gonna say like you get the one that's like by your tent, or just outside your tent. Like your first hit, and he's dead. Like he never got a bark off or whatever. You just drag him off.
Ooh. Munch, 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 munch.
I
munch.
would like to drag him off, consume a little bit, and go to the front door of the keep and leave his carcass there on the outside.
Okay.
And maybe rub my body up against the door because I know it'll make a little bit of noise. And also it'll scratch that itch.
Yeah. No, you've definitely got a little dry skin or something.
Or mark it too.
Oh, really?
It's mine.
Does that wake me up?
Give me a perception with disadvantage.
Would that be passive?
Disadvantage would be.
Take the lowest.
I know. I'm just doing the math
Okay.
for the lowest roll. 11.
Actually, when he marks the door, you wake up to the
What was
stink.
that?
Like you know he's marked the door.
I think at first Lois would grumble about his siblings having an accident and then be like, wait.
Yeah, no. It's a more pungent. Like that wood door is not doing anything to keep the.
Or good. What did. Wait, I am not home. God damn it, Oryon! Great, now I gotta sleep with that. Thanks. Fuck you. I gotta sleep and have to deal with that. You are being an asshole. I hope you understand this. That you are being a ginormous douche right now.
Back up to the roof. Do you want me to make another athletics check, or?
Nah. Give me a Constitution check. 4. Your belly's somewhat full. Yeah. This is a pretty safe spot. You're up high. Nothing can bother you. That was a lot of energy to do all this. Yeah, you stretch out. It's a good place to sleep for the night if you're,
So I conk out.
Yeah, you conk out. So
And
if,
I'm gonna really hate waking up up there.
Mm-hmm.
Naked. On the roof.
Probably covered in blood.
Covered in blood and entrails.
Think of the bright side. Maybe you'll fall.
It can't kill him, really.
Be funny though.
Oh, this hurts really bad, but not. But I don't like it.
When you wake in the morning, you hear Grunk snoring.
During my watch,
Uh-huh.
I gave him my ball of string.
He's, but when you wake up in the morning, he's back to his goblin-y self, sleeping. Lotus, you wake up, and now the smell is not just the marking smell, but there's the faint smell of something outside dead.
Yeah, that is when he would notice the Brog being dead in front of the thing, and he's like, at least he knows where his home is, I guess.
As sunlight hits your face,
Falter.
give me a dex save.
Is that a 1?
You stretch and roll right off. I would say you take 4 points of damage,
But I don't.
but you don't. You hit the ground.
Take
I
4
hear
points of
this?
dignity there.
Yeah.
Do I hear this?
Oh yeah,
Which
yeah.
side am I falling? It's the front, isn't
I
it?
figured you slept on at
The front side?
Yeah, I figured that would be where you
Did he
slept.
Fell
fall
on
on
the
the
dead
Brog? The dead warg?
Can I at least land next to the dead one?
All right, highs on the warg, low in the warg.
We thought they smelled bad on the outside.
I
That's
don't even
low.
know. Oh.
No.
So you have landed. So you hear
Squish.
a wet squish noise, like something has fallen into something else, and probably then.
I'm okay.
You're
Something
also,
broke my fall.
yeah, it was your kill last night.
Try to pick myself up off of my pickings.
You are now like covered, like the whole front of you is now just covered more in warg blood and
I have the
guts.
irresistible urge to lick myself.
No. At this point, you really would
Just grossed out.
You're just like, maybe I should go find that hot spring and go.
Walking around the building to the goblin camp. I'm gonna go find a barrel and a washcloth.
Okay.
The goblins are up and doing their thing, and
There's no shame at this point. There's no covering up. I'm just looking irritated.
boss, where'd your armor go? Want us to warm up some water for you?
Yes.
Okay.
Lotus is following him like, well, you had an adventure last night.
Not responding. Just looking for a towel.
There's a bunch of stuff in your tent. Yeah.
Quick question. How tall is Oryon?
Like 6'1", 6'2".
Okay. How much does he weigh?
Not a ton. He's lanky. Like enough that he fills out his armor because there's a lot of strength behind that. But without his armor, he looks kind of gangly.
Okay.
What's
So
funny?
you're-
Slender.
So you're like the white kid who plays on the basketball team?
Yes, that was the idea.
So Lotus comes up to like your shoulder as he's just following behind you like an older brother that really wants to tease his younger sibling
give
after
me
an
shit.
embarrassing night.
Saying anything? Just focused.
As you're making your way to camp, the wargs.
I ignore them. I'm too mad.
You see the one goblin go over and start talking to it, and they growl back, and just like there's a conversation going on. It's not good.
Sploosh, sploosh, sploosh. Wipe, wipe, wipe.
Just
Does his alignment stay shifted, or does it shift back when he's done with the moon thing?
It kind of is sort of stuck at neutral right now.
Okay.
That was the assumption I was going with.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be as neutral as possible.
Yeah, he's kind of stuck at neutral now.
Okay.
If he gets the curse removed, I'm gonna say he's probably gonna have to make like a saving throw of some sort to.
Penance.
Well, no, to have his penance may still have to happen, but depends what he does as a weretiger.
Okay, so
But he's only going to neutral. He's not.
I don't know. I
evil,
was just
so-
curious. I was just curious how it worked.
At least with an enemy, you know where they stand.
Yeah.
Neutral is just neutral. Beige alert.
So you have washed. Lotus has ribbed you expertly.
Well done.
I demand that one of the hobgoblins finds me some clothes.
The hobgoblin goes in and like comes out with like Albert's traveling
I'll
clothes.
take it.
It's a little bit big for you, but you know.
Sitting on the throne.
Pouting.
Chair. Yes.
Okay, let's head back to the group, baby
I'm-
brother.
I'm
They even find like a couple. Like,
brooding is the word I'm looking for.
Yeah,
they
yeah.
find like he had like an extra pair of boots wherever they come out with boots for you.
I just hold my feet up and I expect them to put them upon me.
It's amazing
Okay.
how often looking for brooding ends up with pouting.
Uh-huh.
He's a teenager. They're one and the same.
I always forget how young he is.
See, that's why Lotus is now going to just call him Little Bro.
There you go.
Both because the cat thing and because Lotus is legitimately older than him by a couple years.
Yeah, he's only 19.
Okay.
Lotus is like 26.
Nice.
So the hobgoblin. You want some breakfast, boss?
I ate.
You say that in the words.
I shoot them a glowering look. Like that your next look.
Give me a persuasion check with advantage.
Ooh. Can you scare a
Persuasion, not intimidation.
war? Oh, yeah.
Advantage.
16.
When you give the look, it's like there's a recognition, and they just kind of settle back down.
Ooh.
Like they're still like.
Now they're sulking.
They're sulking, bordering on scheming, but definitely for the time being, they're not going to cause any problems.
I know how to start my
Alright.
night tonight.
Camp.
I'm gonna untie Grunk.
Oh, thank you so much, Jade.
And I'm gonna rub his, like, where the...
There's,
Are you okay?
yeah, I am fine. It did not hurt my skin. My skin is very tough now.
Okay.
We have to find the boss. And he goes out and he's like picking up all of Oryon's armor and like the
You might want to put a bag in that because all night long, whenever Grunk had to urinate, I gave him Oryon's helmet.
It smells like Grunk, but Grunk belongs to me. Therefore, by proxy, it's still mine.
yeah, yeah, works out. So
It's a
yeah,
pyramid scheme.
yeah.
It's the weretiger pyramid scheme.
So the he like gets all the armor. The clothes you were wearing under are just yeah. He just sort of looks at this,
Worthless at this point.
balls it up, pitches it into the fire. I'm not good with sorting. He's like throwing us all in, your armor and all in the sack, and he even rinses up the. Actually, takes the helmet, sits in the fire, lets the urine boil.
He's a good boy.
Ew.
Lets it really burn into the padding. Good job, Grunk.
He's trying. He's
Oh.
trying.
I thought if I boiled out the bad smell, I would go it, but oh.
There will be a reckoning, Grunk. You don't know it yet.
Can we stop by the hot
We
spring?
don't have time. No time. No time.
Come on, we can stop
We
by.
have to go. No, we gotta move. We
get to
gotta
the
move.
village.
We gotta find Oryon. Who knows what trouble he's gotten into? We have to find him.
All right.
gotta
So, you survival checks for whoever amongst the three of you wants to make survival check.
Survival check for what? Finding
To-
Oryon?
Surviving.
To figure out.
22.
23.
Sure.
Wow, these two over here.
No, I don't even need to. With
He's
that
like,
kind of check.
see the way this one blade of grass is bent? That means that he went this way. And I'm like, well, no, because of the twist and the bend means it actually went this way.
Really, you found Lotus's tracks because
Whatever.
he wasn't trying to be stealthy.
I rolled a 21,
Yeah.
so.
Jesus
there,
Christ!
Well, modified 21, but
We
yeah.
want to find our paladin.
So
Remember, you can't have a paladin without your pal.
Trained skill.
Yes,
What
that's
can
why
I
I'm
say?
The
gonna
pal
bring
back
you
in
like a
pal.
little
Trained
brother
skill
now.
also.
That's why you're my little brother.
You don't tie up your pal. I mean,
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Sorry.
Uh,
Sorry.
I will so he doesn't
forgot
wake
you're
up on
talking.
Sorry.
so you guys
More than you would think.
find Lotus's trail, and it brings you back towards the manor, and you definitely smell the the cook fire, and you see the movement amongst.
Of my army of weretiger hobgoblins.
That would be funny. Okay. Well, of course he went back to camp. Jeez.
Yeah, the question is, what did he do?
Uh-oh.
I think we should poison the hobgoblin.
I mean, some of them were still. Dude, shut the fuck up with poisoning the hobgoblins.
If
Why
we could
are
all
you
be
always?
weretigers
We
now,
have
we don't
bigger
know.
shit going on. If the fucking weretiger is poisoning them, it's not gonna do shit.
Or they could become weretigers, and if they're dead, they can't be weretigers.
Lilith, honey, you need a hobby.
It's poisoning
She
hobgoblins.
has
No.
one that's pissing me off.
She needs a new one.
Really makes you long for the days when she was obsessed with zombie pirates or whatever the fuck it was.
We're not to worry about, weretigers.
Maybe I could introduce you to crocheting or something.
With the innards of hobgoblins.
So there's a theme in this
Wrong
group.
Lilith.
It is the wrong
Wrong
Lilith. Wrong Lilith.
Alright, I'm gonna call out to the first hobgoblin we see and ask if they've seen Oryon.
Well, yeah, he's here in camp. He
Is everyone okay?
Yeah. Lotus came up. He told us there was a problem with the tiger, or didn't know where a tiger was.
Okay.
And we should stay inside the tents, and
Yeah.
not leave the camp. But we're one of the wargs got killed.
Okay. Could have been worse. Okay, great. Yeah, where's Lotus?
He's around here.
I walk over to Chase. Oryon fell off a roof this morning. Can you get
I
which roof
fall
it
down
was?
laughing.
Into the warg.
I mean, like stitches on my side, just clutching my gut, laughing my ass off. Wherever Oryon is, he can hear it.
Did I also
He's sitting
mention
like right there.
Did I also
He
mention
states,
he
"I'm
marked
right
the
here."
gate while I was asleep, so that woke me up. But
jeez.
he fell in the warg this morning.
I'm even facing you.
He fell
Chase.
in the work.
Yes.
He fell in the work. Oh, he fell in the work.
Right here.
You fell in the Oryon. You fell in the work.
He just dragged it home.
Okay,
Took a
I
nap.
understand. You had a really long night, crashing awake with probably very little memory of what happened. We brought your armor. Grunk, give him his helmet.
Grunk actually is like going over and he's like getting ashes from like the.
Grunk, what are you doing? You're making a mess.
I'm cleaning it.
No,
boss.
bring it over to me.
You don't want it right now,
Give me my helmet, Grunk.
I would trust Grunk.
He hands it to you.
What?
I was trying to. I
throw it.
He goes and gets it. So it goes back to like trying to clean out and.
Joe, please, for the love of all that is holy, tell me where tigers have a heightened sense of smell.
Unfortunately,
I'm in me form right now.
Unfortunately, they don't get any advantages on perception as I could see, which is sad because they should. So you might actually.
For comedic purposes, I'm sure I do.
It's heightened. But
No, you do have keen hearing and smell.
He can still smell the warg on himself.
Oh, this camp is just a cavalcade of.
I'm gonna murder you all tonight.
I can hear the Benny Hill soundtrack.
You can smell the ward corpse on the
On the front lawn.
yeah, front lawn. A little bit's probably
but-
still in your nose too.
Wouldn't he be like an Oathbreaker paladin now that he changed alignments? And
Because he hasn't broken any of his vows. He's the vow. He's the oath of
and
vengeance.
now that he's like, his god is upset that he's now the other god because he's, a hybrid of man and beast.
I have a bigger problem right now. I start coughing.
Up. First terrible.
Oh my
I
god.
run and hide behind a barrel.
Somebody get his helmet.
What's happening to me? I think I'm dying.
Lotus goes over and starts heavily patting his back. Come on, it's gotta come out. You ain't gonna digest this.
I'm on the ground, like, with my back seized up.
It comes up.
Wow! Why does it smell like ward? That's not my hair. It's ward hair. Oh.
At least you brought it home.
And yet, still, I'm compelled to just go. Under the guise of knocking it away from myself.
We need.
After a little bit, like Grunk has got your armor, so it smells like ash now.
Take it. Circumstantially speaking. Though also that's pretty overwhelming at the moment.
He's like, because he's got heightened sense of smell too. I think this is passable, boss.
It'll do.
I got your rest of your armor, boss.
I don't want to talk to you right now.
I didn't do it on purpose. I had to go in the middle of the night. They gave me something to go in. I didn't really have a choice, as boss.
Not what I'm talking about.
What?
We'll talk later.
I don't think you guys should talk now. You can't let it fester. You need to work it out.
Yeah, you should know your friends, and you should talk to each other.
I was able last night. I prayed the prayers that you taught me.
Yeah, Grunk resisted.
Grunk did very well. We were very proud of him.
He did
Go
great.
Grunk.
How did you do?
You eat nothing.
It's not true. I gave him some trail rations and some jerky.
Okay, you didn't kill anything.
You know, I was resisting just fine, and then I felt threatened when I was tied up. I would have been fine if I had stayed untied.
Lorian? Horseshit.
You tried to drag Grunt away like he was a baby.
That was after I was tied up. And
Lorian?
the animal instincts took over.
Grunk was tied up. You know what happened after he shifted and you got loose and ran off?
He sat and prayed, apparently. What
He
did you
was
do?
disloyal to his master.
Yes, but he was loyal to his master,
I
God.
say looking right at him.
One of the two of you chose life last night. The other one ate a work.
And then fell at him in the morning from a roof. One of them also didn't pee on Wait.
There's a fucking ward hairball right there.
Oryon grabs his armor and starts heading towards the keep and just says, "Don't follow."
Grunk was like already like in
Don't.
the step, like, and you said he's.
In all seriousness, out of character, I figured out the name for the campaign: Making a Supervillain.
I mean, that was kind of the idea from.
No, you said Punisher. Punisher's a hero, a
Well,
dark hero, but a hero.
that was
We're
the-
making a supervillain.
No, that was the beginning of the concept. Was Punisher, and then I kind of shifted away from that, which is why I made him younger. I was originally going to have him start off older and be more of a Punisher archetypical character, but then I decided I wanted to change it up a little bit and be more.
Yeah, like
the idea of a young person who's twisted by his religion and comes out the other end being a much worse person for it.
Go.
so.
When he walks away,
Mm-hmm.
Jade stands there and watches him for a second. Looks over at Lilith and Chase and Lotus and looks back at him. Lets him get a little bit further away and then takes off running. Full tilt
At him or
at him.
okay.
And she is going to slam into him, hands in front of her, as hard as she possibly can.
All right. Give me opposed strength checks.
Oh, and that never turned out well. The 6 foot plus
Let's do this again.
human.
Oh, no.
11.
2.
All right, you slam into the back of him, and it, like, he knows you, but it didn't move him. He just keeps, well, he does whatever he wants to do. But.
Stomping towards the keep. He hesitates for a second, feeling it, and then keeps going.
And she looks up. She's, turn around!
He keeps going.
She's going to keep following him.
Yeah, we're gonna have to deal with this someday.
Going to the door, opening it,
All right.
slamming
Well,
it.
the
Oh,
yeah, it's the big
It's
doors.
it's the gap.
Yeah, it's the
Okay.
stable entrance.
Can
So,
you
yeah.
smell?
Yes! I'm sure I smelled it before now. I'm sure I smelled it from my chair.
She's going to keep following him until she's got him cornered.
He would be going past through the stable, past the stable, up the stairs to. I'm trying to remember the layout.
The stairs to the stable take you to the armory.
I want to
area.
head back towards that room where the throne had been.
Oh, the
that we
battle
found
bridge?
the room. Yes, exactly that room.
Alright, so that's like once you get from into the armory, there's another like little bit of a hallway, and then the auxiliary throne room is there.
Mm-hmm. Is she following him quietly or audibly to where he is aware that she is continuing to follow him?
She's not hiding.
Should Lotus also follow? Or is that a bit too late?
Let's say it's a bit too late.
Okay.
He gets in there and just sort of stops at the doorway to the room. It was a longer
Mhm.
room, to my recollection,
Yeah.
right? Mm-hmm.
The armory opened up to like from one of the sides
Okay.
to it.
Just trying to remember
Yeah.
how it was laid out. He pauses for a second quietly and then walks over and just fucking knocks the chair over and just starts kicking the shit out of it.
Give me an athletics check. Too.
15.
Yeah, you lean into it, and probably something you couldn't have done before this. You just pitch it over, and it smacks, hits the ground. It's wooden. It's not like the one upstairs. It's nice and stone. This
Right.
one's, but it's
I was thinking that to my
Yeah.
recollection. I thought it was
Yeah.
good. Mm-hmm. Yeah, just start
yeah.
stomping it and like full on tantrum at this point.
She's going to let him.
Breakdown.
Jade is just going to watch him and let him.
I give that a couple of minutes of Kylo renting it. And just kind of collapse into a heap on the mess of it and just break down. Like, this is that rock bottom.
She's gonna walk over to him. Go ahead.
In other parts of the camp, Chase is going to find breakfast.
Yeah. Grunk like turns and walks, and you can see like he keeps looking back, and he comes over and he starts, getting food for himself and talking with the wargs because they're all upset because one of them's dead and there's part of it coughed up.
Lotus is kind of trying to come.
Mord's telling the rest of the hobgoblins how he and Grunk like bulldog down this weretiger, and how Grunk was trying to stop it and got bit and almost died, and they're all looking at Grunk like,
Grunk's the shit.
At some appropriate moment, I just toss in, yeah, he's badass.
Grunk is the alpha goblin.
Grunk is just like,
Lotus is just kind of looking where Jade and Oryon went off, because he can kind of, the whole older brother, like, something's up, but yeah, he can kind of tell something's up, so he's just kind of waiting for them to come back.
what's Lilith doing?
I'm eating breakfast with everybody else.
Flame boobs.
Apparently, me and Morg have to convert some hobgoblins.
Seizing your opportunity.
Have to bless a whole lot of weapons.
How many days is it considered to be the full moon?
3.
That's what I thought.
Each night you'll make a Constitution save to whether or not you.
The whole process
Yeah.
begins again.
I mean, you will shift. It's whether or not you retain.
My own control
Yeah.
over myself.
Yeah. So, it's quite possible that Grunk loses it one night, but or you can always just embrace.
No, I'm good with this. I'm good with just murdering everyone.
But you're not evil. You're neutral.
Neutrally murdering everyone.
Okay. So you guys are in the throne room. You're at rock bottom.
I'm just weeping. I'm just lost it.
Jade is standing over him with her fists clenched. Just waiting for him to look up.
It's a little bit. But finally he looks up with like a what look on his face.
She looks at him and she says, "You done?
Probably not.
Have you learned anything?
Probably not.
Where's your god
He wings whatever piece of wood is left from the throne at her.
now?" She ducks.
Give me an athletics check or an acrobatics check.
Which one? Me?
Yeah.
As soon as my tablet decides to cooperate, I will.
Nope.
No,
Athletics?
do it now.
Right?
Good enough. Or acrobatics, whichever one.
I'm gonna go acrobatics. 18.
Yeah, you're able to duck the piece of wood winged at you. Smacks against one of the pillars and shatters even more into splinters.
She ducks and she stands back up and she looks at him and she says, "You wanna know where your god is? Same place it's always been."
Not here, apparently.
You think so?
Here I am, cursed for all the world.
She turns around. She runs down the hall to the temple.
Mm-hmm.
And she picks up the statue of Adar.
There wasn't a statue of
I thought there was an Adar and a Kenna and a...
Akenna, Teotl, and Kempson.
Okay, I'm gonna grab all of them.
Okay.
I'm gonna grab all of them. I'm gonna walk back in and I'm gonna drop him at his feet. You see that?
Fabulous.
These people worshipped gods too. What happened to them?
Well, they weren't worshipping life.
But you are. And
Now
stuff
I'm
still
a-
happened to you.
Corruption.
So what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Are you going to keep telling everyone that you've got the answers when you're the one that has to fight this now? Are you going to keep telling everyone that all of their dreams and all of the things that they believe in aren't real? When you have to fight just as hard?
He shifts so that he turns his back to her.
Hmm?
Oryon, don't lose faith.
No, it's really easy to set up to.
But
That's got it.
you've got to look at the bigger picture. I come from a tiny little farming town. A tiny little farming town where Akana was everything because she, to us, was life. And we fought every day to stay alive.
There's a lot of stuff. Including this.
And you walk around like you know everything. You walk around like your God is everything. And your God is going to protect you from everything, but it's not. But that doesn't mean that you can lose faith. That doesn't mean that you can stop fighting. That doesn't mean that you can throw a temper tantrum and walk away from these people that, in spite of you doing this, still followed you, protected you, looked after you. And you're going to throw a temper tantrum. And you're going to get upset because life just got hard.
Chooses death.
Because your God gave you a challenge.
He waits silently for a long beat, mulling it all over, and then just quietly says, "Tell everybody I'll be out early enough to be tied up before the moon comes out. I want to be alone for a little bit."
Fine. She picks up the other statues and she stands them all up in front of him. There's no Idar here, but he's in your heart. But that doesn't mean that these don't exist too. And she turns around and walks away.
Alright, out in the camp, what's going on?
Oh, having finished breakfast, Chase is realizing that there's really no way we're getting any work done for the next 3 days. Well, 2 days now. Because with the full moon, it's a multi-day thing, and we're not going to be able to travel far enough and deal with them turning and travel far enough. So our best bet is to figure out safety in this area. Any of the hobgoblins know how to make arrowheads?
Oh yeah. Yeah, they know how to make arrowheads.
Okay. I totally want to task them with some of the silver that we have scavenged from various places
Okay.
to make me a set of, 10 silvered arrows.
Smart.
We'll say, like 2 silver probably get you 3 arrowheads, so.
Okay, so 6 or 7 then?
Yeah.
Okay.
So they start, but silver's not a good metal for it's
Yeah.
soft.
For pokey pokey.
It's soft. It's soft.
It can hurt lycanthropes.
Just tell them don't lick your throat.
No, it can hurt Oryon right now. And right now,
Perhaps you
But
should
he's,
tell
he's the boss.
his
Why you want to hurt
disciples
the
they don't want
boss?
to kill him.
No,
Try and explain lycanthropy to a bunch of
it can,
Grunk at this point. He's just do what the master's friends tell us to do. They have our best interests at heart. Okay.
Oh, he's the diplomat. He's
Good man, Grunk.
Lotus didn't say anything. Lotus is.
He's Grunk is like he keeps staring at the doorway.
I come out.
He looks at you.
I go over to Grunk and I pat him on the head. And it'll be okay. Give him some time.
You guys are about the same height.
I'm still patting him on the head, though.
Okay.
It's still.
You have gunpowder.
In my bullets.
You don't have like a.
I don't have a Tinker's kit yet.
Is it? Is it
I know how to
black
make
powder
it.
bullets now,
but
or
I
I
don't
thought it was
have
still
it.
black powder with shot with
It's
balls.
no,
The pepper box is bullets.
Oh wow! Okay, I didn't
Yeah.
know that.
And I have to make my cartridges.
He has
Oh.
to make his own.
Yes, make it.
Which is why I need a Tinker's
So he has
kit.
to find someone who sells black powder.
Oh boy.
Or amass the materials to make it. I know how to make black
Mining.
powder.
And she's gonna go over. Jade's gonna go over and sit down at the table with the if there's any of the hobs sitting at any of the tables, and just call for a game of booze.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Chase, can we have your card so we can play boobs?
Don't hurt them. I haven't got them sleeves yet.
Can Lotus kind of just ask Jade how Oryon is before the
you
game
hear
of
some-
boobs?
Did we find any rooms that would be considered like a cell
There was like the barracks wing.
that we could fortify that would be more comfortable than tying them up?
There were wood doors.
Yeah, so-
You know, there. I mean,
Let's say no to that.
there was there was
dungeon.
yeah, there was no brig. There was no. Kind of got a feeling if someone did something that would earn them the brig, the Marsh family. It was.
Ooh, there's hooks on the walls in the bathhouse.
There are hooks on the walls in the bathhouse.
We could skin it.
No. For fuck's sake.
Oh, that's
What
what I
about
was gonna
manacles?
ask.
Do the hobs have manacles?
Um,
Like higher strength ones?
is Oryon going to be okay, or
No, he's fucked. He's severely fucked in the head. This is the worst possible thing
He
that
was
could have
really
happened
fucked
to
in the head.
somebody.
And now he's lycanthrope, so now he's really fucked in the head.
He's
Like-
gonna be fine, guys.
Yeah,
I
they
really don't
They
know
have
about that.
rope, but they don't have manacles. They're
Okay, that's fine. It was worth a shot. Is he going to cooperate?
Yeah,
Okay.
he's gonna be fine.
Then we're fine. It's great. Everything's fine.
Orion's good.
at a certain point. Grunk gets up and goes into the into Oryon's tent. And you smell like incense being lit.
Aww. He's good, Grunk. Also, is there booze?
Is there booze?
We dig a pit and put him in that.
I seem to remember there were barrels of some
Yeah.
sort of stuff.
Yeah,
Not like super strong stuff. but-
Yeah, I know. There's like barrels of like breakfast beer sort of stuff. You know.
Jade is drinking.
Okay.
I don't want to jump ahead of anybody, but Oryon pretty much stays in there the majority portion of the day. Comes around like around supper time, a little before that, because I don't want to cut it too close with the moon.
Mhm.
Are we at that point, or like I said, I don't want to jump ahead.
When he comes out, he does step across the tray of lunch foods that Chase had somebody put over there just in case he came out sooner.
Aww.
He sees it and just picks it up and carries it with him back towards the camp, like he hadn't emerged at all during that time. So he's got his armor, kind of loaded up in one arm and carrying the tray in the other. But probably the most notable part is that he's wearing his holy symbol around his neck. He just silently strides to the middle of the camp, looking the worst for wear. Puts the tray on a table, puts the armor down over in front of his tent.
When you look in, you see you catch the outline of Grunk at the little altar that's inside there, and he is. You hear him reciting like you're talking like 4 or 5 prayers. He is like going through all of them, and from from what you can gather, he's probably been doing that all day.
He walks up behind Grunk and puts his hand like on his back.
There's a moment he tenses, and then relaxes.
And he says, which is probably hilarious because there's probably not a realistic age difference. He says, "Come, child." And he turns around and goes back to the group and just goes like this.
How drunk is Jake at this point?
Give me a Constitution save.
Sorry.
I would like to say Lotus is kind of apologizing for ribbing him so severely.
10.
You're not feeling any pain right now. You're if you go to make any sort of ability or skill checks, you're going to do it with disadvantage. You're not falling down right now, but you are definitely the hand-eye coordination and knowing how loud you're speaking, and that troll boob card really is very funny. Very funny.
Oryon looks at Lotus, doesn't say anything, but kind of nods in an acquiescing kind of way, and looks at Jade and doesn't say anything, but just has sort of a resignation look on his face, and just continues to
Grunk comes out.
submit.
Grunk comes out a little bit afterwards. He has stripped out of his armor, is kind of just in like his underclothes, and also has the holy symbol on as well.
We should definitely do this in a tent rather than in a
Yeah, in front of all the hobgoblins. I don't think they're going to be kind to this.
So, here, let's adjourn to the camp. We can at least make you guys comfortable, and we'll keep an eye on you during the night.
So you in the camp, or are you going in the?
In the
I
tent.
think we should go to the keep.
In the keep?
Probably in the keep.
Well, if we
All
put
right,
them in a
keep.
room.
Done. Keep. Done.
Books.
Okay.
Bathhouse, remember?
No, we're not.
I want to hang him in the bathhouse.
Oryon just finally breaks the silence and goes, "I don't know what that means."
I don't think we want to know what that means, Oryon.
I know what it used to mean, but I think she might mean it literally.
Yes.
Grunk was like, they found a bathhouse. Don't you remember them telling us about that?
I know what that part means, Grunk.
Oh,
So the problem with hanging them up is it, in addition to being effective, will be very painful to them, and we don't want to cause them pain.
Right. Okay.
So
Your
let's
turn.
just find a room and tie them up.
Room. Tie up.
Okay.
Aye, aye, Captain.
All right.
alright. So there was.
Minimal corpses.
So if you're in the battle bridge, on the opposite side from where the armory passageway is, was the passageway to the barracks,
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
where somebody saw a rat and chased it.
I wonder who would do such a thing.
Well, that's where we're going.
Alright. So you are
Bust
putting them
down
in
some walls
this.
and wall them in.
You're gonna put them in the same room, separate rooms.
I would assume separate rooms.
If you didn't, I would suggest separate rooms.
So
I kind of rub Oryon's back.
Grunk walks.
And she ties him up.
I'm going to check those because she's drunk.
Someone's got a piety crush.
Beautiful. Lilith.
Yeah, I'm going to retire that.
Thank you.
Grunk walks into the cell.
Room.
Master, Adar will protect us through the night.
He just nods. He doesn't say anything. But he does look up at whomever is still present, particularly Lotus, and he says, "Can I just have a moment with Jade, please?"
Okay.
I'm gonna finish tying him up, and
After all the
Yeah.
tying is done.
I'm like, yeah, sure. You're gonna be okay, Chief.
As
be
you
okay.
as you guys are shutting Grunk in, you see he's already starting to change, but their eyes kind of retain the. I was going to say intelligence, but
Relative
Personality.
intelligence.
Yes, the
Humanity.
The
Goblinality.
Goblinality.
Yes.
The hobality.
Well, he's only a goblin. He's not a hobgoblin.
The goblality.
But when he's really in the zone, he's blind.
The goblin in
He's there.
So you see, like, he's still in his eyes, and he's just sort of. He looks over at one of the crappy beds that's left, and he sort of throws himself on it.
Aww.
Dude's saving throws like a boss.
Right?
He does.
Just saying.
He does.
Grunk is a far better man than I was.
He was the most human.
You get one for yourself.
You're
Or
inspired.
does Grunk get one?
That's
Can you
Grunk's
give an
inspiration.
NPC inspiration?
No. Not while DM's playing. That would be, well, like, well.
Yeah.
It's dangerous.
Okay, moving on.
It's dangerous.
All right.
Okay, when everybody is left and Jade is there with Oryon, there's a long silence, and then he just looks at her and he says, "I'm going to get through this next 2 days. Today, tomorrow.
Yep.
I need to go back to the mainland. I need to go back to the temple, and I need to find myself."
If that's what you need.
I do. I need to find my place in all of this again.
Okay.
Give me a constitution save. This or.
A muffled voice from the other side of the door goes, maybe get the curse removed while you're at it.
Bite Lilith before you leave.
Chase.
Constitution, right?
Yep.
9.
Terrible constitution. It's a terrible cleric.
He's gonna
That was the
change.
worst.
So yeah, the change calls. You pick which form you're going to go to, but your mindset is, you know.
I'd like to point out that when Chase tied him up, he did his best to accommodate for the full cat form that let him slip out so easily last time.
I go hybrid, and he kind of lurches as he does it, and just like growls out, "Go!"
You can hear from the room across where Grunk is, he's starting to say the prayers. In a husky, cat Grunk voice.
Meow, that's right.
Hey, meow.
Jade is going to very quickly kiss him on the forehead and run out and slam the door and lock it.
And that's where we end tonight.
Lilith is going to stick his arm in his mouth.
The slot for food in the door like a prison.
Yeah,
all
exactly.
night long. He's gonna be trying to get past Chase.
Hi there, this is Joseph the DM. I hope you're enjoying the Not Safe for Wizards podcast so far. If you are, I'd love to ask you to do a couple things to help build the show up. 1, go to Apple Podcasts and leave us a review. Preferably 5-star, but hey, I leave that up to you. 2, follow us on social media. The links to our Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter are in the show notes. And 3, share it with your friends. Let them know about the podcast and have them take a listen. We look forward to entertaining you for a long time to come. Thanks. Have a great rest of your day. Hi, thanks for listening to that episode of Not Safe for Wizards here on YouTube. If you would give us a thumbs up for a like, hit that subscribe button, and of course hit the notifications bell. That way you'll always know when Not Safe for Wizards is putting up a new episode. Thanks.